Hello and good morning to you. I'm enjoying a morning coffee at the moment. It's about just gone 8:05. This is my earliest start of the week and it's not that early really. I got up at 6:50, but only because there's one thing I hate more than getting up early, and that's getting up with not enough time to have a relaxed start to the day. So I allowed myself an hour and 40 minutes to get out, which is very luxurious and excessive, and I'd rather go without sleep to have that than have a last minute rush. So I'm all packed up, ready to go, and I don't need to go for half an hour. So I can just have a little breath and relax and start the day, you know, kind of relaxed and focused and ready for it, rather than manic and panicked and all that. So it's worth the lack of sleep. But anyway, yeah, so I went to bed at a kind of sensible time. I've got a rehearsal tonight. So I've got uni, I've got a lecture, starts at 10. And that's about an hour and a half, followed by a little break, and then I'm going to practice my flute. I've booked a room for myself. I think that's an hour and a half. And then at 1:30 I've got a group rehearsal for this ongoing PG ensemble, postgraduate ensemble. It's very time consuming. It's a whole module's worth. I mean, it's supposed to be, you know. So we're going to be spending a couple of hours doing that. And then I'm going to leisurely make my way to my dad's. I might get a bit of chill out time before I do that. I'm hoping to just go over to another building, set myself up, get my laptop out, maybe do some editing and just kind of zone out for a bit and have a bit of chill out. Because it's just such a full-on day. And it really helps if you can get a bit of a rest and a bit, like, I find if I can just decompress somewhere on my own, it gets me refocused again for the next stint. So I'm hoping to do that. Let's see how the time goes. So I've got a bag packed full of food. I've got all my gigging gear because tomorrow night I've got a gig and I'm going directly from my boyfriend's place. So I've got to take all my gear for the gig tomorrow. I've got to take all my stuff for tonight's rehearsal, which is folders and things. So I've just got an excessive amount of stuff. As I said yesterday, I've discovered now I can leave things in the woodwind cupboard. It's meant for woodwind instruments, but I've got access to it. I'm just going to use it. I don't think anybody cares. There's plenty of space in there. There's a top shelf that never seems to have anything on that you can access with a little step ladder, so I'll just use that. It's not going to hurt anyone. I've worked up a right sweat running around getting everything ready. The heating's off now. Anyway, I'm just going to set this up and get packed up and go. I mean, I'm mostly packed up already. Just need to clean my teeth, you know. I'm nearly at uni. I achieved all my work objectives on my laptop. I'm standing at the moment. I gave my seat to a lady. I'm getting off next stop now anyway. It's 11:34. I've just got myself ensconced in my practice room for the next hour and a half. I'm going to try and get some really good individual practice in. So I've done the lecture. It was showcases of the other ensemble projects with a tutor, like a guest person who was giving them feedback for the benefit of all of us so we can all learn from their critique. It was very interesting. It was a pianists special today, but there were singers as well being accompanied by the pianists, and we had a piano duet with two actual pianos facing each other, two grand pianos with the shapes interlocked, as it were, because, you know, it's kind of like that shape. I can't do it. That shape, you know, if you're looking from above. Anyway, it worked. It was a bit yin and yang in an elongated form. Wherever I go these days, I seem to end up being given chocolate and sweets. So even the lecturer had brought chocolates for us all. I'm going to get on and do my individual practice now. I'm really glad that I did 9 hours of flute practice over the weekend, over the 3 days, because this week now it's going to be taken up mostly with other things. So I'm just going to get it in while I can, really. I have a big feeling at this point that my flute is really knackered. There are several things I know is wrong with it. It really, really, really needs a service. But right now, with 7 weeks to go before my big recital with all my marks riding on it almost for the whole year, well, about 50% of my marks for the whole year riding on it, I don't want to be parted with it for a length of time while it is serviced, because I need the time to practice. And also, if too many changes are made last minute, it will be awkward for me to play, because I'll have to readjust to all the new tightnesses and everything. But I think everything's just gone, the action, as you call it, which is kind of like, you know, when you press it down, how hard is it to press down and how quickly does it spring back up? If it's quite hard to push down and springs up really quickly, that's like a hard action or a tight action, I'm not sure of the terminology. Whereas if it's very easy, there's like no giving it, it's really easy to push the keys down, but then they come up a little bit like not springing back really fast. That's like a really soft action, and so yeah, that's kind of easier to play, but it feels a lot less responsive. And I think individual players have their own individual taste about how soft or hard their action is, or whatever, you're tight or loose, whatever you want to call it. I just feel like mine's gone beyond soft now. I feel like it's just like bleh. And also, I don't think I've got I think this is not proper cylinder anymore. I think it's warped, and I think I've got an air gap between here and there. I've been experimenting. If I try and suck it from the back, tight as anything. From here I can suck air from somewhere, and I can literally, I don't think you can see it on camera, but there's a gap. I can see it with my naked eye. And also I've got a screw that's just continuously working loose, and I demonstrated that the other day, and literally you have to get a screwdriver out. I've got it with me constantly now, but I think I can put a blob of clear nail varnish on that as a temporary solution to lock the screw in place. Well, I don't know, I'm seriously tempted to have a chat to the flute fixer and see what she can do in the short term for me, because it's not terrible, but it's not right. It's not as good as it could be. I compared it to my other flute, which is a much less expensive flute, a different brand, and there was still no contest. This was still the winner by far, even in its semi-dilapidated state at the moment. It's still much superior sound and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to have a little think about what to do, but the later I leave it, the worse it is, you know, for getting it sorted. I feel like I need a trip to Lisbon to get the body put. I think it's warped. I think it needs to sort my metal out, but you'll have the flute for like 2.5 weeks to do that, you know. It bends it a little bit every day, and then it wants to bend itself back, because that's what metal does, and then he bends it back a bit more, and then it goes back a bit more the next day, and then less and less every day does it slip back until it's ready and it's perfect. So that's how he likes to do it. Anyway, right, I shall stop talking about fluty things. I've got about another 10 minutes, I think, of this practice room. Then I'm going to stop and have some lunch. And then I've got a 2-hour postgraduate ensemble group rehearsal in the Octagon, where maybe it's going to be hot, or maybe it's not. It's not quite as warm as it was yesterday. And yes, we've got a brass instrument next door. I practiced for an hour and a half, and after I talked to you about my flute being crap, I played it again. It didn't quite sound so bad, because I do think a lot of it's just me fatiguing and trying to do a lot of practice in short amounts of time. Anyway, I'm in my favourite little cubby hole, as per usual, about to have unhealthy noodles, which I was kind of thinking, is it a treat or is it not? Because although I like it and it's very yummy, it's not very nutritionally complete, is it? Ooh, nearly poured boiling water on the Shin Cup noodle soup sachet. I'm a bit distracted because loads of crowds of people keep walking past the door, which is very close to me right now. It's that close, look. That's the room I was just practicing in. I usually sit out there to eat, or upstairs, there's one above, but today I'm sitting by the water fountain for a bit of a change. Now, I just thought of a thought to tell you. It's relating to our class, actually, because I'm doing music, obviously, and one of the really fun things is we get a lot of lectures like the one we had today, where there's kind of a masterclass thing, so students from the class are performing on the stage and having it critiqued. It's like trying to vlog in a goldfish bowl, honestly. People keep coming past and noticing the camera and saying hi and not saying anything about it, so I'm like whipping it down, putting it by my lap. Yeah, one of the good things about having this thing, when quite often we got students from our class on stage, it's like having an episode of a programme where it features one character at a time, or a small group of characters at a time. You really get to know everybody, because it's so easy to just be anonymous in a lecture. Anyway, I better eat this, because I've got about 15 minutes now till my next rehearsal. It's turned into a longer rehearsal than I expected, but it's good. We're going with the flow. I scrapped my rest period that I was going to have today. So I looked at my diary thinking, I got to go, haven't I? And then I thought, hang on, the only thing I scheduled in was rest. So let's just not have one. To be honest, I'm quite enjoying the rehearsal. It's very relaxing. Our singer had to leave after 1 hour. She had something scheduled. So I'm just cracking on with the others, really. We're working on instrumental stuff. But we've been at it 3 hours, so I'm going to make a quick coffee and then get back to it. I've given them a task to do, some words to write in Chinese to a tune I've written, and hopefully when I get back they'll have come up with something, and then I'll try singing some Welsh along with it, along with the Chinese. It's different, isn't it? It's going to be a long day. My other rehearsal's till 11 p.m. Oh my lord. Mind you, I find them so relaxing though. Enjoyable, so should be right. We finished, so we've been rehearsing in here again, the lovely Octagon, and it's very handy because there's a loo right by there, which I've just been using prior to going to relocate somewhere. Not quite sure where to go. I'm going to go and set myself up with my laptop and try and get tomorrow's vlog scheduled. Was it the day after? The day after. I'm having to run 2 days ahead because I've got so many busy nights ahead now, so having to do it in advance. My vlog for Thursday is now up and scheduled, so I've managed to get that done, sitting up here. It was really busy actually, it's quite quiet.
don't know if this is the designated quiet space or not, but people are being quite quiet. Everyone seems to be very studious. There's lots of complicated looking diagrams on people's computer screens. I'm eating, as usual, my wrap from earlier. So this is my dinner. I've got all sorts of snacks in there, as per usual. Fruit. I've got banana, apple, crisps. There's a penguin biscuit in there somewhere. Peanuts, squash. All the Chinese snacks to try out with IB. I left Izzy her little portion of them today. She was delighted. I collected up my great heavy bag out of the cupboard and my coat. I was very glad not to be lugging that around all day. Some time later and the gang are back together again. We got Jim in the front of the car and Dad there as well. The light is fading. Yeah. Heading off to the rehearsal now. I'm skiving off. This is Dad's big number. Putting him off. Let's come and see Jim. Hello. That's how you change key on a whistle. It's 11:20 at night. In fact, it's a bit later than that. We've finished. We're packing up, we're going home. I'm a bit tired, but I tell you what, the new tracks that I worked out on Sunday from absolute scratch, from having never heard before, they're really coming together. We did them quite a lot of times after Dad and Jim had gone. We sort of relieved them because they didn't particularly want to be involved with those two. So after they'd gone, we just cracked on and we did another half an hour or so. Really made some progress, so really pleased about that. I can't believe how much rehearsal I've fitted into today. This is getting ridiculous. Anyway, back to IBs now. Here is the time, getting on for midnight. I'm going to end the vlog on this massive, massive zoom lens. I'm standing far away from it right now. I was selective about what I brought with me, to be honest. We're going a long way away tomorrow. Ooh. I've got to leave at 3:30 in the afternoon for a gig that starts at 8. But we are being fed when we arrive, so that'll be nice, won't it? Try not to be too close to you. Anyway, we're gonna have to go to bed in a minute, I think. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like. If you happen to like it, subscribe to watch more videos from me. I'll pop some playlists up on the end screen in case you'd like to watch them all right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.